Good afternoon. Today's topic of discussion is production possibility curve. This is the first chapter of the macroeconomic theory. The objective of this class is to learn trade-off between different goods and to see the effect of resource limitations. So we all know that resources are limited and how it affects we can see from this, we will know from this topic. And success criteria. Students after the chapter will be able to identify different points on PPC. They will also know about the opportunity cost, different changes that takes place in PPC because of change in resources and technology, and they will also be able to relate PPC with the real life scenario. So here I have written production possibility curve, but in some of the books they will also write production possibility frontier. In some of the books it's also written transformation boundary, transformation frontier, right? So there are different names. Production possibility curve. So what it is, before we dive into this topic, we will have a quick revision of the previous chapter. So what did we do in the previous chapter? We did scarcity. So scarcity is the source of all economic problem. If there was no scarcity, there would not be me teaching here, there would not be you sitting here, right? If everything was available at plenty, we would not be working. We would get everything for free. The very fact that resources are limited and our wants are unlimited, we have value for goods. And through the years, we have come up with something that measures the value of every goods and services, and that we know is our favorite, money. Okay? It's a money. Is the source of happiness and all the stress of the world. Now, after scarcity, we also looked into this opportunity cost. So what is opportunity cost? Can I ask someone of you as to what opportunity cost is? Yes? Yes. All right. Good. Opportunity cost is the cost of next best alternative lost. That means in the world, resources are limited. So if we want something more of, let's say, commodity B, we have to sacrifice or we have to transform something of commodity A. We have to sacrifice something of commodity A because resources are limited and technology is also fixed. So as our assumption says that our technology is also constant and resources are limited, that's the reason why we have to sacrifice one good in order to get more of another good. So opportunity cost is cost of next best alternative foregone. Right? So let's say there is a scenario in which there is job A, job B, and job C. Right? So there are three jobs. In job A is offering you 40,000 rupees as salary, job B 35,000 rupees, and job C 30,000 rupees. So keeping everything constant, we do not look at anything but only the salary. So if you're a rational person, he or she would always choose job A, and the opportunity that they are losing while selecting this job is the job B, right? So the next best alternative is job B. But since he or she chooses job number A, so the opportunity cost, the next best alternative that the person has foregone is job B, right? Now, with this knowledge, we will go into the main topic of today, that is production possibility frontier or production possibility curve. So let's make a hypothetical schedule over here. Let's say there is before that I will explain you what PPC is. See, the name itself suggests production possibility curve. So it's a curve, it's a graph, obviously. So production possibility, what all combinations of two goods are possible to produce with the given resources and technology. Mind you, we have few assumptions. This is not science, pure science, that there is a universal truth that the certain chemical will react in a certain way. Here we are dealing with human behavior. So we have to assume certain things. So there are four assumptions under PPC. The technology is fixed, resources is fixed, we are only producing two goods and we are utilizing the resources efficiently. So with those four assumptions, we dive into what production possibility curve is. The name itself suggests production possibility. What all possible combinations of two goods is possible to produce with given fixed resources and technology. So for that, to understand that, let us hypothetically take one table. Okay, we'll make one schedule, combinations A, B, C, D, E, F, G, from A to G. Okay, let's say the economy is producing two goods, rice in tons and sugar also in tons, right? And here we put MRT, that is marginal rate of transformation. Okay, suppose first we are using the entire resources only to produce rice. Then let's say we are able to produce 21 tons of rice, okay, and zero sugar, because we are using the entire resources in producing rice. If we want to produce more of sugar, we have to sacrifice some of the resources to produce rice, right? Now, if we want to add one more sugar here, we have to sacrifice some of rice, and let's say we have sacrificed 1 ton of rice. Now, likewise, when we want to increase one more sugar, then we will sacrifice 2 rice. Then 3 sugar, we are sacrificing 3 rice. Then 4 sugar, we are sacrificing 4. 5 sugar for one more here, we are sacrificing 5 of rice, right? And here for 6th sugar, for one more, we are sacrificing 6 of rice, right? Now you may wonder as to why the sacrifice of rice, the transformation of rice is increasing. Okay, here it's only 1, here it's 2, 3, 4, and likewise. Why is it increasing? It's increasing because we all know that all the resources are not equally efficient. Let's say a petrol, if you're driving an auto car, will give you 25 kilometers mileage. The same petrol would give some other car 10 kilometer mileage. So the efficiency of the resources in all the product that it produces is not the same. Let's say for a block of wood, right? A block of wood would produce a single table. That same block of wood may also be able to produce 2 chairs. So efficiency, all the resources are not equally efficient. That's the reason why as we use more and more resources of rice to produce sugar, right, we sacrifice more and more of rice. Okay. Now, marginal rate of transformation, the rate at which we are transforming one good to produce something of the other, right? Symbolically, it is change in rice with change in sugar. How much of rice you need to transform to produce more of sugar, right? So here nothing is there. Here we are sacrificing one rice for one sugar. Here two rice for one sugar. Here three rice for one sugar, and so on so forth, right? So if we notice here, our MRT is increasing. Our MRT is increasing because the sacrifice of one commodity is getting more and more as we are producing more of other commodity. Because the resources gets less efficient. If we are using the resources that used to produce rice in making sugar, then obviously it will not be as efficient as it was before, right? Now we will plot the graph based on this schedule. Okay, I will not go into details in the plotting of graph because we are in class 11 and it's already expected that you know how a graph is plotted. We have learned that in class 10. Okay, make this a little bit here. Okay, so this is y-axis, this is x-axis. There it is sugar in tons. Here it's rice in tons again. All right, here it's origin. Now, the highest point of rice is 21, so we'll divide it into 3. Here, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Okay, here we denote x-axis, we denote sugar in the x-axis. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. Now let us plot the graph. When producing 21 rice, we are producing 0 sugar. So first point is here, A. When we are producing 20 rice, that will come somewhere around here, we are producing 1 sugar. When we are producing 18 rice, we are producing 2 sugar. And so on and so forth, we keep on plotting according to the schedule. 3 and 15, 4 and 11, and 5, 6, and 6 and 0. So we will connect all these combinations A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So we'll connect all these combinations now. So we'll get a concave line, okay? We'll get a concave line. So here we can see the PPC is concave curve. Now the properties of PPC are that PPC is concave to the origin. It's concave to the origin because of increasing MRT. Because of increasing MRT, the curve is concave, right? And as there is inverse relationship, in order to increase the production of sugar, you have to sacrifice some part of rice, right? To increase this, we have to reduce this. To increase sugar, we are reducing rice. So there is inverse relationship. The very fact that I've been telling you all the time, whenever there is inverse relationship, there is downward sloping curve. All right. So as there is inverse relationship, the PPF curve slopes downwards. Right. So what did we do in today's class? We understood what scarcity is. We understood what opportunity cost is. And today's main topic, production possibility curve, also we understood. This is a hypothetical table, and this is the graph plotted according to the schedule, right? Now, what is PPC used in real life scenarios? Like, for example, let's say if if the country has to produce two goods. One is gun, and another one is they can build schools. They can do R&Ds, right? So they can either make guns and weapons or make school buildings and colleges, build schools, build colleges, build universities, right? One will defend the country, safeguard our country. The other will make our country developed as we develop our human resources. So, according to the need and according to the situation, and with the limited resource that we have, that a country has, we have to use it in such a combination, right? We have to efficiently use it, and the PPC shows what combination of the two goods we can possibly produce. So, it is used in policy making as well. So that's all for today's class. In the next class, we will also be seeing how the PPF curve changes. When does it shift? When does it rotate? And mind you, if there are 2 points here, let's say this is D and this is A. This D is unattainable because we know that resources and technology is fixed. We cannot attain this combination. And as we are a rational being, we will not be also producing at this, as this is inefficient use of the resources. Okay, so this is what production possibility curve is all about. Thank you.